Hey, what is going on, you corrupt carcoal? Today we're taking a look at Jellicent EX paired alongside the Dusknoir, of course. You gotta have the Dusknoir in there. I think there might be some other ways to try and play Jellicent in this format. This is the first one that I have given a shot, and overall, it was like solid. I didn't have like super high expectations for the deck, so I wouldn't say I was like disappointed, but it didn't feel like there's that much going on with it. Its ceiling didn't feel like super high, but we got a 3-3-2 Dusknoir in this deck, and we got the 3-2 Jellicent. And the point of this deck is to go second, and then turn 1 Oceanic Gloom on that first turn, and immediately start item locking our opponent, and then build up into Jellicent EX, and then take over the game with the item lock ability of Jellicent, leaving that in the active while it's attacking, while also using Dusclops and Dusknoir to start to pick apart your opponent's field. So they're item locked, we're using Dusknoir to pick off their setup Pokemon, and then we're attacking with Jellicent with the Power Press. It only does 80 damage if we have 2 energy on it, the Psychic and the Colorless. And actually, even if we have 3 energy on it, we still only do 80 damage. But once we get up to 4 energy, we can be hitting for 160 damage, which is what we try and ramp up into, utilizing Wondrous Patch, the Powerglass, and just our manual attachments for turns. So a couple cards that I've seen in some other lists that I'm not playing. One was the Ignition Energy. I just tried to play it without it, and so far I haven't felt like that's something I've missed in the deck. Mid-late game power spikes through Ignition Energy, I don't think is like the reason I was losing games with the deck. And then the other thing was Rare Candy. Now, I'm not like against the idea of Rare Candy, but I was like, let me just try without Rare Candy. Let's just see if we item lock with Frillish, start to build up our Dusclops and Dusknoir. Do we really need to Rare Candy into Dusknoir sooner to actually take over games? And from what I played, I don't think that Rare Candies are necessary. Of course, further investigation is always good, so feel free to put the Rare Candies in there and try it out with those. But yeah, 3-3-2 Dusknoir. Got the 3-2 Jellicent, which seems like a pretty thin Jellicent line, but we're usually popping 3 Dusclops/Dusknoir a game, so we're only using about 2 Jellicent or 1 Jellicent, and then closing out the game with our other attacking options, which could be the Lillie's Clefairy EX or the Mega Diancie EX. We have one of those in here so we can hit hard in the mid-late game. And then we do play 2 Latias because it's super important to get this in play, to get our Frillish in the active on that first turn of the game, so we can't afford to prize our Latias. 1 Meowth, of course, because the cat's pretty cool. 4 Lillie, 3 Boss, 2 Hilda, 2 Judge. Little hand disruption never hurt anyone except our opponent, and that's a good thing. 4 Poké Pad, 4 Ultra Ball, and then 2 Night Stretcher for the recovery. This feels pretty comfortable. Like I said, we're usually popping 3 Dusclops/Dusknoir throughout the game, so aggressive Night Stretcher to recover them isn't really necessary because we do have a 3-3-2 line. Like, theoretically, that's all we need throughout a game. So a couple Night Stretcher, still pretty nice. A couple Pokégears, finding Lillie faster, more aggressively, never hurt anyone. Well, could hurt our opponent. Only 2 Wondrous Patch. Our first attachment's going to the Frillish with the Oceanic Gloom. Almost never does our Frillish get KO'd, so we can pretty comfortably evolve it into a Jellicent next turn and then attach for turn there. So our first attacker gets set up just through manual attachments, and then Wondrous Patch can be utilized to more aggressively set up our follow-up attacker, and then the Power Glasses can be used to get extra energy onto the Jellicent EX so we can get to the Power Press for 160 quicker, or once we start attacking with Mega Diancie, it allows us to chain the Garland Ray attacks a little bit more efficiently. I'm currently playing Secret Box in here. I know a lot of builds play the Prime Catcher, and of course you can combo that with the Flutter Mane to actually deal with Psyduck, which is a nice combo for sure. Wouldn't deny that, but it's not very fun. So it's possible Prime Catcher is the better A-Spec to include, but the Secret Box is definitely the way more fun A-Spec to play in the deck. So that's my reasoning for including, I'm not gonna lie. 3 Mystery Garden. This card is super good in the deck. Insane draw power potential from this card. Discard an energy from our hand, then we draw for each Psychic Pokemon we have in play. Well, we draw up to that number in our hand. So if we have a 2-card hand, 5 Psychic Pokemon in play, discard the energy, we would draw, well, 4 cards, I guess, if the energy was one of the 2 cards, or 3 cards if it wasn't. And then we have 7 basic Psychics and 4 Telepathic Energy. The Telepathic Energy actually just crazy powerful in this deck. You get your Frillish, you put a Telepathic Energy on it, and then you get your Latias to get the Frillish in the active, and then a Duskull to build up for the next turn, and then you put it in the active, and you Oceanic Gloom your opponent, and you're just taking over the game from that point on. Let's jump to some action. I'll show y'all how the deck runs. If you want to see some more action from me with this deck, check out the secondary YouTube channel. Link will be in the description. Let's get into it. I just like playing the game. When you go first, I feel like you just more often don't play the game. Even if, like, theoretically it puts you at it, like, oh, that's a bad way to, like, think about it, but I feel like I'm also winning more games as well when I play games, so. 11 wins 11 years ago. What the fuck? Y'all are just hating to hate at this point. Yeah, going second, I play the game more often, so, like, yeah, I'm inclined to say going second is just better, but I can see that not being true. Might get Badooed next turn. Like, this start seems like super strong. Like, I feel like we're in a really good spot here. Think about Flareon box and Terra box? Could be good. Haven't played with them. I'll put 0 timing with them. Moltres? Sure, sure. Think Piper's cooking with EV box? I don't know. I haven't played the deck. 0 games. The stage 1 deck's going first. Could be better, right? Yeah, sure. Could also be worse. I currently have a 3-2 Jellicent line in here. 3-2 Jelly. Oh, we actually get the KO. The extra 20 from the Clefairy is actually huge here. Because now we can reach it with the Dusclops. That's insane. One of my first regional, just hope no one makes fun of me. No one's gonna make fun of you. You don't need to be afraid of that. Maybe I messed up. When did I get this Hilda? Maybe I did mess up on yeah. We should be fine. I want to let them boss around me to play items, or should I just Oceanic Gloom the active here? I really want to KO the Badoo, actually, because I want to break free from the item lock here. I don't want to get item locked anymore. It's not very chill. It's not very cool. I could Dusclops the active, but I think I'd rather have the Dusknoir reach to the bench for later, right? As far as matchups go for this deck, this seems like a pretty good matchup for this deck. I have not tested Slowking, so I have no idea if it's good. Azul, should I go to Melbourne Regionals to help my wife, or help my wife move into our new place? I would say probably help your wife move into your new place. I think that's probably the correct answer. Oh no. Okay, the Maractus is an unexpected. I mean, they just played Lillie, right? So they can't even. Why would they save this to like boss combo or something? Throwing this up here right now seems terrible. They could have chilled. I would have been really scared if they had chilled with this thing. Now I'm not very scared at all. I would have been so scared if they had just chilled with that. Can't KO the active. But I don't want them to be able to go like energy boss corner next turn either. So I feel like I just want to get rid of this so I don't have to deal with it. She got hands. It's true. She's got hands. She can do it herself. Actually, the active seems fine. I guess I would like to Lillie here or something, right? I'll have to do the... Also on Zangoose Zigzagoon in the 2029 format. Gotta be the BIF. I have so much more time to play Pokemon once you get divorced. Wouldn't that involve going to the tournament then, though? Am I gonna get punched by a Moltres here? The heck? Pretty annoying. Oh, I did punches last time. I actually KO it. Sure, why not? Another boss. Fine. Oh, I forgot my active doesn't have free retreat. I can't currently like get to my Mega Diancie anyways. Have you thought about building something around the Bronzong that denies evolution? No, not really. Or not yet. Or I've not built anything and I've not thought about it at all either. Oh, they're actually going for it now. Okay. See, this seems losable. This situation seems losable. Because the Maractus, man. The Maractus. I don't have a way around retreat locking. I don't play anything. I can attack with Latias, but that's about it. I guess I just start manually building up the active though, right? That's got to be the angle here. No, I don't play Prime. No Prime. I think just get rid of these. I forgot about Powerglass too, so we can actually set this up like pretty quickly. Like we're threatening next turn. Even if the Wondrous Patch didn't feel great, but I feel like drawing the extra cards off Mystery Garden was probably worth it. Okay, that's fine though. How many patch? Just two. Two Wondrous Patch. Two Wondrous Patch, two Powerglass. Alright, chilling. I did not do Decklist reviews, no. Oh, do I do Decklist reviews? No. I thought you were talking about like for Sevilla. No, I don't do Decklist reviews. Dude, this card is so good. This card is insane. Telepathic Energy is just so... It's such a gross card. Feels better than Speed Energy, low key. It is definitely better than Speed Energy. Speed Energy was like a good card, but it was like super situation. Like it was even in Lightning decks, it was hard to like abuse it. Like, it was a little bit of an awkward card. Not sure why it's 2. That shit is crazy. Yeah, honestly, if it just got 1, though, it'd still be pretty good. That's a good point. Does it really need to get 2? Like, do we really need to be doing this like this? Like, what are we doing? All right, I think it's got to be a triple Duskull angle here. Should be skulls. They can't KO me, right? 40 plus 30. No. Every special energy is so niche. And we have the psychic one. Yeah, every other special energy is like super niche. And then the psychic one is just like broken. So have you tried any Magical Fable decks? No, not yet. No Fable. If they don't actually find a tool card here, we can just knock out both Gabites. I still have a Gibble to work with, but I'm okay with that situation. Oh my, we got him. Find some more squad. Gotta pop 3. I actually kind of want to get Mega Diancie as like my final. What do I want? Pop, Mega Diancie, Jellicent. That's all I had on board. I'll just get Latias so things don't get weird. We have a lot of like freedom right now. We're in a pretty good spot. We haven't won for sure. The game's not like completely over, but yeah, we got a lot of good things going for us. There's no ignition in here, no. Does this play Sacred Ash or something to recover skulls? We play 2 Night Stretcher, but it's not that important to recover Duskulls because we had most need to pop 3, and then from there we have our opponent will have 3 prize cards left, and then we go jelly or something like that to like win the game from there. Like if they get through the first jelly, then we win the game with like a Diancie or a second jelly. So popping past 3 doesn't really make a ton of sense. Sometimes we only need 2. Why did they push the Gibble? What are we doing? We already discussed how Zard was supposed to be a bad deck, but it did well in Sevilla. I mean, Zard's not a bad... it's not a bad deck. I think it was a bad play. I still think it was a bad play for the tournament. Getting as far as it did is... That's a EDU Keck W type moment for me, to be honest, not gonna lie. Not trying to be a hater or anything, but I am. Huh. Did they ever play some Retreat Lock BS? I suppose I could beat the Retreat Lock BS. Oh, I was expecting other options there, I'm not gonna lie. Go for the little Lillie. I was gonna go for a Hilda there, but there is no Hilda, obviously. Okay.